Sleep on the sleeper cell. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, glory, and honor unto Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Habakak, I would also like to give a double honors unto the apostles and the elder bishops of Great Millstone who do well that have taught me this truth. And I would also like to say a sincere shalom to the hopeful elect, and to the scattered elect, and to the brothers, the prophets, the men who are prophesying, laboring in this truth and in this doctrine. Unto you, I say shalom. Don't sleep on these sleeper cells, all right? Esau, they're very manipulative with their media, but they'll tell you things. So when the shit happens, they can never say, oh, you ever told us, didn't tell us. Because for years they've been saying it's going to be a blackout, could be potential blackout, potential blackout. And eventually, hey, that could come. All right, they've been saying a lot of things, and they put these things out, and people just, they go over people's head, and they don't pay attention to them. Yes, we know Esau's media is manipulated to tell you what they want, but a lot of times they do put things in there to tell you what the hell could possibly happen, what's going on. All right, so I'm going to read this article from people.com. It says, U.S. warns that Iran may be activating sleeper assets who could plot to harm Americans. All right, and hey, they've been planning this war for over 20 plus years. So don't think for a second that they don't got sleeper cells here. If you don't know what a sleeper cell is, I looked it up in chat. It says sleeper cell is a group of covert agents who live normal everyday lives in a target country or community while secretly working for an organization, often an intelligence agency, military, or terrorist group. They remain inactive, asleep for long periods until they receive orders to act. Hidden identity. Members blend into society, jobs, families, communities. Long-term inactivity. They may stay inactive for years or decades. When commanded, they carry out missions such as espionage, sabotage, or attacks. All right. So don't get it twisted. Don't think that China, Russia, Iran, of course, don't have sleeper cells here. All right, here you got a lot of these Hamite countries. A lot of you probably got Japanese sleeper cells. You have sleeper cells from every nation living here. Your next door neighbor, you could think these people wouldn't hurt a fly. All right, but hey, they're here for a purpose. All right, that's why you Israelites that are in the know and know what the hell is going on and have eyes to see, you got to keep your head on a swivel. You got to, if you out in traffic, hey, go to your destination and get back home. All right, don't be, in large crowds. These are the times we're living in where you have to be circumspect and understand what the hell is going on in the times that we're living in. Okay, it says I'm gonna go back to the article. I want to jump to this real quick. Second Ezra 9, measuring the times. You got to measure the times. He answered me then and said, measure thou the times diligently in itself, when thou seest part of the signs past which I have told thee before. Then thou shalt understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. That's the day of the Lord. Okay, the Lord is not coming to visit, have a quick pop-up visit, hey, how you doing, and going about his way. And the Lord, when he's coming to visit, he's coming to do two things. He's coming to judge and he's coming to deliver. Okay, and if you're an Israelite, you want to be on that side of deliverance, of salvation. All right. It says, verse 3, therefore there shall be seen the earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world. All right, and you see that taking place. Okay, you see uproars in the world. You see people out here protesting, people that are anti-war, and you see a lot of protests, a lot of shit going on. Okay, but you got to understand, there's sleeper cells within these people that's protesting, that's acting like they pro-American. All right, and that's why you got to, I ain't got a lot of friends in the world anyway. But you shouldn't be having a bunch of friend groups and all that stuff. There ain't nothing wrong with having it, but at the same time, you if you're an Israelite, you about this truth. All right, you're learning. You gotta keep your head straight and narrow, man. If you're seeking the kingdom of heaven, that's what your focus should be. Okay, but a lot of you have a lot of people that get thrown off by bullshit in the world. All right, coveting after things in the world. Okay, this ain't the time for that. All right, this is a time where, like I said, you have to be circumspect. You have to be attentive. You have to be alert at all times. All right, let me read a little bit of this. It says, communications intercepted by U.S. and believed to have originated in Iran may serve as a operational trigger for sleeper assets outside of the country, ABC News reported on Monday, citing a federal alert to U.S. law enforcement agencies. Hey, you got sleeper cells within the law enforcement, okay, that have been here since the 80s probably. All right, you think Iran was just planning this? Like, okay, on on March 1st or February 28th, 2026, we're gonna do this, this, and this. No, they got everything mapped out, okay, according to the Heavenly Father's plan, according to the Heavenly Father's will. Okay, but they've been planning this. Just like we say the wicked elite have been planning this New World Order from before even before 1776. Okay, Iran and these nations have been planning this decades ago. All right, so don't think it's strange that it's sleeper cells living amongst you. Okay, that's why you have to be alert. You have to be attentive to everything going on. You have to walk in the spirit and not after the flesh. All right, it says the alert, according to ABC News, references preliminary signal analysis of a transmission likely of Iranian origin broadcast across multiple countries following the death of Ayatollah Ali Khamenei. Khamenei, the supreme leader of Iran, was killed in a U.S.-Israel attack on February 28th, along with several family members and senior Iranian military officials. The interception transmission was encoded, ABC's News reported, and meant for Cladstein recipients who pose as an encryption key. It's possible that the communication could be intended to activate or provide instructions to pre-position sleeper assets operating outside of the originating country. An alert said, "Hey, they got so much technology now. You can't. That don't mean nothing. All right. They have been communicating with their assets here, there, or wherever for years, and say when you'll know when it's go time. All right. The same thing with China. The same thing with Russia. The same thing. You don't think it's North Korean sleeper cells here? Okay. After Biden and them let all these people into the country like it was nothing, like in June, shortly before the U.S. and Israel struck several Iranian nuclear facilities, Iran privately warned President Donald Trump that such a move would trigger I can't just say this word, retaliatory attacks on U.S. soil. In NBC News reported, and that's coming. It's a part of war. Okay, you over there bombing elementary schools and shit. All right, they're gonna hit Babylon where it hurts though. All right, they said they had some videos of Trump in the Epstein files. They may I'll say release that shit. Okay, put it all out there. But we understand everything's gonna come in its time. Okay, asked about report of the transmission of possible sleeper cells in the U.S. at the news conference on Monday, Trump said his administration is very much on top of it. Of course he's going to say that. But the apparatus that looks into that has been hobbled by partial government shutdown affecting the Department of Homeland Security. Homeland Security they can't do anything about this. All right? Because you got to understand, you don't think Iran and these different countries know how America moves? They got their own intelligence. They know how to maneuver and do shit. All right, America ain't the only ones that got secret encrypted messages and shit. All right, but we've got very, very good intelligence into that. Trump said of the possibility of sleeper assets. So hey, we're living in perilous times. All right, we're living in exciting prophetic times. But at the same time, this ain't the time to be not knowing what the hell is going on. All right, with your head in the clouds. All right, this is Ephesians chapter 5 and verse 15. See that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time, because the days are evil. All right, walk circumspect. All right, and not as fools, but as wise. You have to use wisdom. All right, this is the time that we're going to have to really begin to put this wisdom to the test. All right, where you can't be getting in road rage and cussing niggas out while you driving and all that type of stuff. You can't be getting in fisticuffs and arguments in the store because a nigga cut you or something. You gotta take a L. You gotta learn to take the L a lot of times. Okay, you gotta let shit go. All right, because these people out here are about to bug out. All right, these people are already bugged out, but it's gonna get even worse as things begin to heat up here in Babylon. All right, things begin to get tight. All right, no one believes it until, oh shit, this is really happening. Oh shit, this is yeah. You got a attack on U.S. soil. These things are going to happen. All right, and the scripture pans everything out for us. The scriptures gives us the blueprint. This is 2 Corinthians 2:11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. All right, we're not ignorant, and we're not asleep like the rest of the world. Okay, we're not we're not taken by anything. We're able to see things for what they are. We're able to see things through the Spirit. All right, we're able to use righteous judgment when we do when we come upon something. This is Isaiah 47:12. Excuse me. Stand now with thine enchantments, with the multitude of thy sorceries, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth. If so be, thou shalt be able to profit. If so be, thou mayest prevail. Esau's coming with multiple enchantments and sorceries, witchcraft. It's in these last days. Okay, where if you're not in tune with the spirit of Yahawashi, you're not going to know who to believe and what to believe. All right, and a lot of people are going to judge or make decisions based on their flesh and not the spirit. And those decisions are going to leave a lot of people jacked up. Those decisions are going to get people are going to have people eventually take the mark of the beast. Revelations 12:12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time. So that devil, he's coming with that great wrath. You're going to have Esau have false flag attacks for sure. Okay? And they're going to put Iran's name on it. Okay? Iran did this. Oh, they had they're going to just make up some shit. They had a Quran in their car, or how Esau makes up shit and just put shit in there. All right? And Esau's getting real tacky. All right, he's getting real sloppy with his work. Okay, and where those that have eyes to see, those that's in the know, we can see right through the shit. Like, come on, man. Like the nigga 2 weeks ago, the nigga shooting up something where in Dallas or Texas somewhere had a Allah shirt on or some shit, and they said the nigga had a Quran in the car. They're trying to tie this. They're trying to tie anything incident here to terrorism and connected with Iran. All right, but Esau is that type of devil. Esau will, as they're getting their ass whooped in this war, they're not going to tell you, but they may have something happen here where it's a false flag attack, but they blame it on Iran to get the public on board with this war. All right. Let me grab this. Romans 13. Because a lot of jakes out there sleep, all right? Not the sleeper cells. They got their orders, all right? When they get that call or that email or whatever they communicate, hey, they gonna be up and whatever they task that that whatever country sent them to do, they gonna handle it. Okay? And it ain't shit Esau could do about it. Okay, but it's something you Jakes could do about it. Jakes could open your eyes up and know what the hell is going on and wake up out of sleep. All right, and stop thinking everybody's your goddamn friend. All right, or your buddy or whatever. All right, or you niggas stop trying to get with every little female that look at you. All right, because it's female sleeper cells too. All right, these nations know how to to get to a man, use a woman. All right, this is Romans 13 and 11. Knowing the time that now it is high time to awake out of sleep, for our salvation nearer than when we believed. The night is far spent, the day is at hand. Let us cast off the works of darkness and let us put on the armor of light. The light is this truth. Okay? It says, but wait, you got to wake up out of sleep. All right? Stop thinking that having that normalcy bias, that shit ain't going to happen. That shit can't happen. All right? Yeah, nothing might not have happened for a while. All right? But something will happen. It's going to be, and it ain't going to be like just one isolated event. It ain't going to be a Oklahoma City bombing or a 9/11. These going to be event after event after event. Like people's head gonna be spinning around like the Exorcist because they don't know what's coming next. Okay, they ain't gonna know. Okay, who, what, when, where. People are gonna be tripping. All right. Let me go from there to 1 Thessalonians 5. That's Timothy. Excuse me. 1 Thessalonians 5, and I start at the top. It says, but of the times and the season, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you. For yourselves perfectly know that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. But ye brethren, this is talking about the elect, that are not in darkness, all right, not in darkness, not sleep, that day should not overtake you as a thief. Ye are the children of light and the children of the day. We are not of the night nor of darkness. Therefore, let us not sleep as do others, but let us watch and be sober. You gotta be on your watch. Your watch. You have to be in the spirit of Yahawashi. You got to be on your watch. Where you see something that's off, hell, don't even go that way. Go another way. Okay, you see something that's suspicious, you might have to just sit back in the cut. All right, that's the spirit you got to have on you. You got to be walking in the spirit in these last days. All right, for they that sleep in the night and they that are be drunken in the night. Let us who are of the day be sober. They said that in the previous verse. Where it said, where did I read it? I thought I read. But yeah, being sober minded. You have to be sober. All right, not literally from being sober from not drinking, but sober minded, having your mind clear of bullshit. All right, things that shit that don't matter. All right, hey, if it's not really a big deal, if it doesn't affect your life, hey, throw that shit away. All right, or be done with it. Okay, don't stress yourself over shit that you really can't control. Okay, let me go from there to 1 Peter 5 and 8. It says, be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may destroy. The Lord, hey, this devil really wants the elect. 2/3 he got. All right, he got them, but he wants the elect. So that's why you have to be sober minded. All right, you have to be vigilant. Okay, because this devil, he's going to use any and everything to try to take you down. Excuse me. So I just want to hit a few points on that, and you Jakes out there, that's you have to stay awake. All right, now don't be sober minded. All right, know that, hey, this war is, it's on the other side of the world right now, but just like that, all right, it's gonna happen here in Babylon. It could take place right on these streets of Babylon, and it will. All right, because not only you're going to have a world war, you're going to have a civil war here. All right, you're going to have race riots. So this war is going to spun America into Daniel 12:1, a time like there has never been since there was a nation. All right, you're going to spun this place into Jacob's trouble, Jeremiah 30:7. All right, for that day is great. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. Who is that he? Is speaking of the elect. The elect is going to be saved out of this. The elect is going to have the eye salve to see and going to follow the Spirit, who the angels are going to guide through Jacob's trouble. All right, so Lord willing, this lesson was edifying unto the hopeful elect, and I would like to give all praise, glory, and honor unto Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Habakkuk, Shalom.